Ed Wendell from Project Woodhaven here, reporting on the Woodhaven Senior Center, which for 35 years resided at St. Thomas the Apostle. Last year they found themselves looking for a new home, and such space in Woodhaven was very hard to come by. In the meantime, the seniors found themselves shuttling back and forth to a senior home in Richmond Hill. Finally, a solution was proposed. The seniors would take up residence in the building owned by the Woodhaven Richmond Hill Volunteer Ambulance Corps. This would help the seniors, and it would also help the ambulance corps, which could use the steady income a rent would provide. However, before it would be suitable for seniors, it needed a bunch of modifications, and our elected officials put their heads together to see how they could help. And on Tuesday, April 20th, Woodhaven came together, hoping to hear some good news.
What a great day for Woodhaven senior citizens. What a great day for Catholic Charities. What a great day for all our legislators who have worked so hard to make this happen. We are delighted that you are all here today to witness this. As you can see, this is a grand space. We are delighted to the Ambulance Corps, to Kathy and all the hardworking people here at the Woodhaven Ambulance Corps for helping to make this happen. I would first like to thank everybody for coming, and I would like to turn this over to a wonderful person that really has made this really happen, is our wonderful Borough President, Helen Marshall.
Very involved in making this happen is not with us today because he's doing exactly what you elected him to do. He's representing the community in Albany, and that is Assemblyman Miller. Please, let's give it. Nearly every day we get a problem. Some of them take much longer to mend and pull together. This project, it's like it's made in heaven. Okay? I can tell, people think we're miracle makers, but sometimes it does work out that way because in this case, it's a wonderful match between our volunteer ambulance corps and our senior center. This is a beautiful place. Yes. I'm so glad that the seniors have this. It's so important for that. Do something here. There's a big fat check. Okay. I was asked to give $25,000 and no cents. And I want to tell you that others also participated. First of all, Miller gave $6,500, Adabo gave $6,000, Crowley gave $5,000, and Urick gave $5,000. You see what? So, as a result, I would like to present to the ambulance corps, okay? And how about our volunteer ambulance corps?
Everybody look here, please. Tons. I had to move the picture together. I see. Happy days are here again. Happy days are here again. All together shouting out.
Councilmember Elizabeth Crowley. I'm so happy to be with you today to celebrate the generosity of our good borough president. $25,000 is a lot of money. Yes. And especially in these tough fiscal times. And to my colleague, Eric Ulrich, whom I have the opportunity to share Woodhaven with, a lot of times people say, oh, Woodhaven, we get divided. This street has you, and the other street has Eric. But this is an example of how we can work together. And when we put our minds together, and also to Assemblymember Mike Miller. He's generous, he's persistent. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him making sure he reached out to all the different elected officials and stayed on top of them. It wasn't too long ago that, Richmond Hill Woodhaven Ambulance and Kathy, you're doing a great job here. They didn't know if they were going to have the opportunity to stay open. It was such a fiscal hardship. Just a few months ago, they had a fundraiser, and Mike Miller was here that day. He won the 50-50. He didn't take it for himself. He said, if the people in this room match my winnings, I will donate it all together. So the Woodhaven Ambulance was able to collect 3 times as much as they initially planned that particular day. And that's because he's a thinker, and he plans well, and he's given us so much. So thank you, Mike. Let him know we're all so grateful.
I'm going to keep my remarks very brief because when I came in, I noticed that my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Monticello, taught at Pier 63 for many years, the same grade, the same classroom, and I was one of the little rascals running around. And now I have the opportunity to represent her and all of you and the City Council. And what a wonderful opportunity you've given me to serve the community. But it makes it even more wonderful when I'm able to work with all of my colleagues in government at every level and from every political party, because when it comes time to helping the senior citizens, there's no such thing as a Democrat or Republican. It's about doing what's right for the people. And any time that we can join together, that we can join together to truly make something wonderful happen in a wonderful neighborhood, it really, that makes all the difference. And so I'm so grateful to all of my colleagues, the Borough President, Senator Adabo, certainly the Assemblyman Mike Miller, who is truly instrumental, my colleague in the City Council, Elizabeth Crowley. When we work together, we can do so many great things in the community. This is just the latest sign that we're doing just that each and every day. And despite all of our limitations, despite the bad economy, every now and then we can win one for the Gippers. So thank you very much.
Funding secured by Queens officials is giving seniors a place to go while also helping a volunteer ambulance corps stay open. Borough President Helen Marshall and several officials announced $40,000 in funding to help the Woodhaven Richmond Hill Volunteer Ambulance Corps keep its home. As a result of that funding, the Ambulance Corps made a deal with the city's Department of Aging and Catholic Charities to open a new senior center in the building as a rent-paying tenant. The center is expected to open within a year.
It's almost like waiting for a baby. It's coming, it's not, it is, it isn't, and finally it's come to fruition.
The center will also undergo renovations to make it handicap accessible.
Struggling with the budget, but this just raises my happiness,
It's good to give out a check.
Oh, yeah, it sure is.
So, how long
Remember, it's your checks. I'm just the person who, well, all of us, it's your money that we're distributing. You trust us with that. We got to do the right thing.
That was very good. Thanks for everything. That was really a nice moment in there. It was really good.
Absolutely.
That's got to feel good to be part of something like that. I mean, every day you do things and stuff like that, but how often do those kind of moments come along?
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah?
Almost every day.
Really good.
Yeah, but it's good because you see and you hear a lot of complaints right around now because of the budget and people are worried about cuts. But when people appreciate council members and other elected officials coming together to put forth a plan that will improve their quality of life or bring resources or bring back once depleted resources, then it's just a no-brainer and people are happy. And that was definitely a group of happy constituents. So it was fulfilling.
Great. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you.
All right, pal. Be good.
Keep up the good work.